The topic is how to build and update your SSS table. As you probably have known, most systems have defined a table in a different uh, table such that they use relational database. That is completely a slow process. It can do, usually if you're using an old system, that would probably be the approach, but MS Access approaches very differently by just making use of if statements. So without further ado, let's let's see what I'm talking about. Now, as you probably have guessed, uh, probably already know, the SSS here is system generated. Now that is because from your if you base it from your SSS contribution table, that's 399 over here, is if your range of compensations from 10,750 to 11,249, then that is your employee share. Now go back to what we are talking about here. So that's why the system computed 399.17. So goes with the PhilHealth and Pag-ibig Fund is based on the computation. Now, this field, if you want to be familiar with, if you have to go to the design view. Now, this field that we are talking about here is SSSF2. Again, you are watching how to build and update your SSS table because you would probably be doing that in the future when the SSS changes their table. Now, mostly what you do now is you call on your software provider and you let them do the work. Not anymore. Here, you can do your work for as long as you have your, like I'm accessing now SSS contribution online, and what I do is just I go back to the where this formula is. Remember, these fields have formula in a payroll worksheet. Go to the design view and look for the formula of SSSF2 and you will see how the SSS was computed. You just go further to the right past the first pay period and the second pay period, and you'll probably be arriving at these fields. If you see these fields as M1, M2, these are tax deduction fields. That's the queue that you're already near, and you are looking for this field, SSSF2. Now this field is defined that if there is 0 basic hours in the first pay period, then the SSS contribution is 0. If there is, that's the else statement, then it will add these 3 fields. What are these 3 fields? These 3 fields refer to this table. Normally we just use one field, but using one field will make computation slower. So the design here is to split this table into 3. One for the first part of the table, from the compensation range from less than 1,000 to 1,000 to 1,249. And you look at that one, it's here, and the employee share is 36.3, and there it is. So you expand this and you will see all the complete first half on the 3 parts of the table. So first of 3 parts. Make sure that when you expand it, you don't expand it all further away onto the rightmost. Just control your expansion up to this point. Now you might ask, what if I wanted to modify this part of the range? Probably some part here, and that is where you'll have to click here and move with the arrow key to see what else on the rightmost lane. So that's more an operational. will be discussed further on an advanced topic. For now, what we're after is how the SSS table was created using MS Access. Alright, now, because that's our topic, that's how to build and update your SSS table. So again, it's addition of the 3 fields to result in SSSF2. So you add the 3 fields depending on the range of compensation where your range of compensation will fall based on this table. Alright, so the SSS is split into 3 parts to accommodate the table for faster computation. So once you have that, the formula will the fields will compute for a specific amount of range of compensation. For instance, this range of compensation over here. Alright, now don't despair if you are able to move to the rightmost of the table like what I'm doing here. Just use the arrow key and you will return to what you are working on. Alright, now this is what we are working on. So just click here so you get a better view of this second part. This is the second part of this table. So that's the range of compensation is from 6250, which is greater than 6249, to 6749.99. So that should give you 236.20. There it is, 236.20. From 6250 to 6749 under monthly salary credit of 65, because you may not be seeing this cursor in this video. So your guide is 65 on the monthly credit. 65 on the monthly salary credit, and the EE, employee share computation is 236. So there it is. So if your range on compensation falls there, then the employee share will be extracted, and you have your formula in your field, and you have your amount in your field. Now if not, then it will move, the table will move to the next one until your range of compensation is captured and you are able to provide an amount to satisfy SSSF2. Okay, this is don't put in your head there too much, because what is important now is you know that the table is there and you can modify it. Maybe you would be needing our help in the future. Just help. It can be over the phone or just review our video and maybe request for a video if you inquire on our site, or text us, whatever way, if you think the video is insufficient for your needs. Alright, now that is what we're talking about in this how to build and update your SSS table, because you cannot be dependent on your programmer in the future, because your programmer might not be here anymore in the company. If you did not buy the system from us, might not be there anymore, or better yet, will charge you an exorbitant price for this kind of service. So till then, thank you for watching how to build and update your SSS table.